SMT Nation, we are back. Nation, this story kind of breaking here as of the 29th of August. We'll call it rumor and speculation for now, but where there's smoke, there's fire. We've learned that as we've tracked things here on the channel. This would be big relative to, I think, T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T. Let's talk about it here in today's video. The title, Samsung shows interest in Nokia mobile network assets. Bloomberg is reporting. A link for the article from Reuters down in the description. Ways to support us can be found there as well. Please do like and share this video. Subscribe if you're new here. And turn on the bell notification icon to never miss an upload from the SMT. Okay, so if this indeed is true, if it ends up playing out, Nokia, which I guess in the recent history at least, it's been several years, they've been having a hard time of it. When it comes to RAN equipment, we're talking about the antennas and the radios, the BBUs, all the things that go into building cell tower sites, right? Whether it's small cells or macro cells or whatever, these network solutions. Samsung has been coming up as a competitor, and Nokia has been feeling the pain as this unit of their company has been performing pretty poorly. Now, this dates back years, guys. Verizon moved away from Nokia several years ago, and they made a deal with Samsung. So that contract, this has already kind of been playing out. And then just recently, AT&T shifted away from Nokia. Same type of situation. They gave all their business to Ericsson. The only carrier in North America, I should say the United States, that is still doing any business with Nokia at scale is T-Mobile. So this last piece to drop, if this was to happen, where Samsung acquires Nokia, would mean that everything on the T-Mobile network would be ripped and replaced by Samsung. And who knows, maybe there's some incentive to do so. But it would basically spell the end of Nokia, even on a global standpoint. Remember, Nokia is a big-time RAN provider. It's been that way for a long time. They've got tons of market share, across Europe and the rest of the world. And, we would be losing a competitor, folks. And that's not good, right? You need competition. The carriers need the competition so they can get their vendor support for gear. Losing competitors is never a good thing. We've seen it play out, right? So AT&T ditching Nokia recently. Verizon doing it several years ago, right? Moving to Samsung. This would not be a small deal. This would be a big deal. And we know that Samsung is doing some pretty impressive things with vRAN, virtualized radio access networks, and maybe this would spell better performance for the T-Mobile network if they were to get a complete new revamp. Because the way I look at it is like this. If Nokia is outed and Samsung comes in, they're going to fully modernize the radio access network for T-Mobile. And the reason why this is going to be good is there are tons of cell sites for T-Mobile that do not have C-band or DoD, the 3 gigahertz mid-band 5G spectrum that they've won and purchased in the last 2 auctions. This could facilitate that. I don't know if this is going to happen. I don't know if it's a foregone conclusion. To be honest with you, if it gets regulated, Samsung is a small bit provider. Their market share is single digits in RAN equipment. It's like 5 or 6% or something. I forget what it is. Nokia is much larger, right? But they're kind of flailing right now. And I don't think regulators would stop this acquisition. But it would catapult Samsung into a big player immediately if they were to take all those accounts that Nokia has. And then they'd be doing a lot of work. Think about it, right? They'd be going into all these places, ripping all that Nokia gear out, taking out all those radios and antennas, and putting up their own, right? So it would be a huge boon to the modernization of networks, because they're only going to put in brand new modern Samsung radio gear. So there could be good out of this. Obviously, losing a competitor isn't, but I think in the short term, at the very least, it would be a huge improvement. And Samsung has been performing better than Nokia in my estimation. A couple of things in play here. What do you guys think are the pros and the cons of this deal? What do you think it means for the carriers here in the United States? I kind of gave you guys my highlights and potential lowlights. What do you think weighs most heavily in all of this? Sound off in the comment section below, y'all. The voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.